Well, this is it. The end of the path and the beginning of whatever awaits. There will be greater hardships. We'll be made to feel powerless. Yet come what may, let us have no regrets. No, let us have pride in what we have achieved. And what we have achieved and how it changed us for the better. That's worth fighting for and dying for, as they did. There are some structures up ahead. Still a ways to go before we reach the dead sun. Given all this, I know how naive it must sound to hope it all works out somehow. Still, you'll forgive me if I wish for it all the same. And for you, most of all. Not that you of all people need it. It's just, after all the help you've given me, for once I want to be the one to help you. This is almost... normal, not unlike many cities we know, but it's definitely quiet. Mayhap the inhabitants are within the buildings, or invisible to our senses. Wrong on both accounts. There is simply no one here. Medion. This is how I found it when I arrived. Another star which once pulsed with life, but no longer. How it ended, I do not know. Invasion, sickness, suicide, none can say. None live to speak for the dead. They are gone. Gone. Search all you like, but you'll only end up turning back. Should there be emotion to bar our way? Yet Medion seems convinced we'll turn back. What riddle is this? You're not alone. Whatever Medion may have said, we should confirm it with our own eyes. There doesn't seem to be anyone here. Perhaps you should try calling out. Is anyone here? Hello? If anyone heard you, they do not respond. Were it not for the thick layer of dust, one could imagine someone drinking from these cups but moments ago. The object resembles a tree and appears to have been fashioned from stone-like material, erected in place of an actual tree or to serve some other purpose perhaps. Regardless, there's no one left to explain, to tell the story. This place is reminiscent of a bar, but neither patrons nor staff are anywhere to be seen. Egg-shaped containers line the shelves with loose sittings on the counter, vessels for the beverage in all likelihood. A venue bustling with activity until it was not. In the distance, you glimpse Alice picking her way through the ruins, but otherwise spy no signs of life. If anyone can hear me, say something. Your echoes faintly. Your call echoes faintly before being swallowed by the silence. Though set slightly off the ground, this appears to be a door, while the object to the left could be letterboxes. The door is rusted shut, and the film of dust all over suggests that no one has come through in a long time. Axel, take a look at this. If the road was a little longer, we could take it to just beneath the dead sun. But I suppose this is where the reconstruction ends. How about you? Did you find anything of interest? I see. I noticed the same things. More. We searched for now. Let's find off and on and compare what we've learned. Sorry. Fixing, I don't know, these drop frames, I suppose. It's been so bad. I think I'm probably just gonna go ahead and like reset the, I don't know, my Wi-Fi card on my laptop, I don't know.
Did you find anything?
No. This place is completely deserted. And I can't see how we're supposed to move on from here.
Neither can I. It's quite the quandary. There are no denizens to bar our path, yet there is no way forward.
For another mystery, we did find signs of very recent life. You'd swear everyone just vanished into thin air. I wonder how many ruined worlds like this has Meteion seen.
Ah. Could it be? Yes. Yes, I believe I may have puzzled this out. Despite how it appears, it's no different this time. There is someone here who has wished for this ruin. And I believe that together, Alize and I can overcome their will.
I promised your parents I'd keep you safe. No, I won't allow it. Stop. Not another word.
I know. But if there is a chance this will work, then I would take it. For everyone, and for myself. I will not pretend otherwise. I have my fears. Not for myself, but for you. The last to remain. You are no stranger to carrying the burden of others. But I can only imagine how heavy the weight would be this time. As your friend, I cannot bear the thought of making you suffer so.
Then why suggest such a thing? It's too much to ask of anyone, even her. Why must she be the one? Why must she fight alone? More than a hero, she's a dear friend. Not only to us, but to so many others. There are so many people in the world who care for you, and yet...
Alize, I have an idea. Given the nature of this realm, it may be possible to do more than unbar our friend's path. We might also pave her a new one. For instance, a path where she finds happiness at journey's end. This much, I think we can believe with the utmost conviction, no matter how deep our despair. So please, believe in us too, and press on. Thank you. What are you?
If the plan's decided, then let's not dally.
Ah, there you are. It was as I said, was it not?
It was. We couldn't find anyone. But this place isn't entirely deserted, is it? You are here. You sought out a star of promise and found a ruined husk. Like us, you explored the devastation. Like us, you were stricken. Horrified by the thought that so many lives could be snuffed out as if they were worth nothing. And the thought that you would have to bear the terrible tidings to Hermes. That which you saw and felt, you shared with your sisters. As did they share their own grim findings with you. Overcome by the pervasive despair of these stars, some of you inadvertently ushered their peoples to their ends. Knowing the horrors you know, anyone would feel the same. They would fear what lies ahead and struggle to move forward.
Fear? I had forgotten that such a thing existed. So focused have I been on shepherding despair.
If you can remember, then you can still face and overcome your own fear.
Why would I bother with such an insignificant emotion? If the despair I command is as a raging river, then fear is but a trickling stream. It can do nothing to alter my flow. You spoke with the Aya, yes? Heard their tale of what awaits the universe. It's true. The stars grow colder and more distant. Eventually, all will enjoy frozen solitude. Using the power of Dynamis, I'm hastening that process. In so doing, nothing will be born ever again. Everyone will remain dead. Alas, it will take time for that to happen. So in mercy, I sent you my gift, to spare you needless suffering. Don't worry. Even if no living witnesses remain to mark the event, I'll make certain that Aetheris has a proper end.
For all the power you wield, you're more fearful than the familiar you used to be. That Meteion feared simply to move forward. But your fear is such that you've given up on everything. I know it well. That sense of defeat. I've tasted my fair share of it. But as many times as we've fallen down, we've learned how to pick ourselves up and carry on. We take each other's hand, share in each other's courage, follow in each other's footsteps, and turn sorrow into strength.
There are times when we fail. We bear wounds that do not heal. But these experiences are part of life, and they make us stronger. We rise, fall, and rise again.
Don't worry about us. You must take the next step, and all the rest after that.
I need to lock the door. Never mind. Not yet, apparently.
Please, please, oh, please let them all be safe. Cryle? Are you all right?
It's nothing. Just a headache. They'll be fine. I know they will.
Apologies for the interruption. A man arrived on the last ferry. An associate of the Scions. He wishes to speak with you at once.
Who? The main man? It's gotta be the main man. Because who else could it be? In the city devoid of life, he sensed the presence of another. Sorrow, thousand worlds weighs heavy, and yet you can walk on.
If you need a push, I'll be right there behind you.
Oh. I was gonna say, like, why can't I run?
Do not despair. You are not without allies.
What we have sown in blood, we have reaped in suffering, and it cannot go on.
Upon the souls of they who have sacrificed themselves to pave the way for peace, we will never abandon our cause.
While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others.
Such victories are rarely won without sacrifice, but the prize is worth the price.
And we, for our part, are glad indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
Save your tears for the morrow. You may be sure we will have ample cause to shed them, be they for joy or despair.
From tragedy and sacrifice, we rise to greet a new dawn.
A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen.
Yet miracles do happen, so let us pray and will our friends home. I won't stop praying until I know they're safe.
Look for the light within, that you may continue to serve as a beacon to others.
Let's finish this.
Here the path ends. There is no way to reach our nest. I told you. Resignation and acceptance reign in this place. The rejection of life by those who came to curse it. Those whose dreams were unfulfilled. Whose prayers were unheard. Whose labors were unrewarded. Hope cannot deliver you unto hopelessness. Our refuge is beyond you. Always has it been. Such is the nature of this place. You should have remained on Atheris. Struggle will avail you not, nor will it grant your comrades peace. Come, let me relieve you of your burden. You've suffered enough.
Asm's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back. But you mustn't.
How do we make peace with...
That's why it's too soon for this to end.
There are so many people in the world.
You must triumph.
Be safe, all of you, and come back.
I am ever grateful. I came to appreciate most about our stars, that there remains so much we do not know.
After all these years,
Is this the answer I was hoping for?
So long as we remember, our fates remain ours to shape.
And Godspeed.
Perhaps when our time comes to return to the star, we shall remember these few days we have lost.
Do not squander it. The legacy I leave you. I bid them remember, but all this time I'm the one who had forgotten. A right fool you've made of me, Hermes. And to add insult to injury, I've been denied a sound rest, forced to watch this clamorous show.
Oh, come now. It's been a gripping tale. Unbreakable bonds and noble sacrifice, sprinkled with moments of levity to counterbalance the pathos. It's got it all. I, for one, would have been perfectly content to watch enraptured from the stalls. But I won't say no to a bit part.
What are you?
Half-faded souls of the dead. Isn't it painfully obvious? Worry not. We haven't the power to defeat you, nor is it our duty to do so. Not anymore. That being said, we do have a score to settle. So here I am, Venar. I suppose you needed me to tie it all together, these frayed threads of our history. But knowing you, I suspect there's a joke in it too. Oh yes, I can imagine you gloating over my forgetfulness. Were I feeling charitable, I might assume you had left room for the possibility of this outcome. Even so, you'll get no applause from me. A single gesture will not lighten the burden I've had to bear. Still, you must be commended. Our methods would not have brought mankind this far. And so, as a show of respect to the last of us, I make this declaration. You will not end our journey. That is our answer. The answer of all lives of Aetheris, past and present.
As you've called us to the stage, so shall we perform. And creation magics never fail to please. Drawing upon the hopes of your comrades, we will make for you a new path.
What form said path takes depends on you. So focus. Focus and envision that which rejects the claim that you cannot attain your goal.
Ours is the wisdom to weave the fabric of reality. Ours is the power to create.
Meteor, though I gave you these wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet. Learn to walk and run, and so much more. A flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
These Elpis blooms serve as proof that this realm is not utterly devoid of hope. No more can you deny its power. No more is yours the dominion of despair. In case the practical implications were lost on you, your comrades no longer need fight their fight. So go on. Call them back to your side.
So many screenshots.
May you ever walk in the light.
How disappointing. Not even a single scar in the making to brag about.
You'll find a way regardless.
Honestly, this is far more than any of us could have hoped for. Let us be thankful.
Indeed. That we thus stand reunited is a gift. Let us not squander it, and see that we all return to Aetheris.
Aye. As soon as we've averted the final days.
Good to see you again. Our heroic sacrifice paid off, I take it.
Come, my friends. Let us carry on and finish it. Together.
Can you hear me? The voice is within, crying in pain, wailing in sorrow, hurting, hurting. End it. Silence it. Silence our song of oblivion.
The way is open. They can proceed.
So it seems.
You're leaving?
Of course. The Encore is finished, and I will not suffer myself to live again by Heideling's magic. But more than that, the future you seek is not the past we loved. That is why we fought, and why I lost. But though you defeated me, my ideals are inviolate, invincible. Spare me your pity. I have no use for it. If you would do something for me, save our star. See this tale to a triumphant conclusion, and with elation in your hearts, bid the final curtain fall. Only then may it rise again, and a new tale begin, with new parts for all to play. Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north? The fabled golden cities of the New World, the sacred sites of the forgotten people of the South Sea Isles. What about Mericidia, the southern continent? Do you know aught of its present state of affairs? I thought not. Even of your little Eorzea, you know precious little. The true identities of the 12, for instance. All of which is to say, expand your horizons, go forth and seek discovery. Some of the civilizations in the reflections will surprise you. As the bearer of Azem's crystal, you may consider your duty to see at least that much. I certainly did.
What? What? Okay, I gotta lock the door. What?
I pray we meet again. If not in this life, then perhaps another. Whensoever it should be, I trust it will be a most joyous reunion.
For you, maybe. I want nothing to do with it.
Oh, don't be that way.
No! Go. Damn. Oh my god. I don't think I ever knew what to say to the man. In retrospect, it always felt like the wrong thing. The past notwithstanding, he came to your aid in your moment of need. We're here, and we will not squander this chance he has given us. We will see this tale to a triumphant conclusion and bid the final curtain fall. Let's go! Let's go! Endwalker. The Sign of the Seventh Dawn. Stand ready for the finale. Are you ready, Axel? Then let us set forth for the record. Oh my god. Having come this far, I know everyone's resolve is beyond doubt, so I will say only this. Within that dead sun swirls the emotions that Medion has hoarded, the emotions of innumerable souls who strove for happiness but failed. As it was with the denizens of Ultima Thule that barred our way, it is not for us to rebuke and admonish. 'Twas not by passing judgment on the tragic legacies of others that we arrived at this moment. Rather, it was by opening our hearts to their despair, by understanding the knowledge their fates, while still refusing to share in them ourselves. To hold fast to hope, not in ignorance, but by choice. Should you struggle to do so, I'm here to help, as you have all helped me. We will prevail. Everyone's going home today, understood? Let's put an end to the end. Aye. Okay, but first, glamour. Alright. Who are we taking? Definitely Thancred.
I stand
Why
ever
not?
ready.
Victory will be ours!
Right then.
Yeah, let's do this. Why not? Okay, here we go.
So you are finally here, in this place between death and rebirth, where life knows no dawn. Come then. Follow me down into the darkest depths of despair. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful blue star that fell to pestilence and rotted inside and out. The more its people clung to life, the more they suffered.
Unforgotten seashells, why do you ask such a question? Do you not see the plague and pestilence that consumes us? Ours is a world of rancid blood and rotting flesh, where death is the only remedy to suffering. There's no meaning to be found in such misery. But it was not always thus. Beneath the waves we knew only peace and plenty. We wanted for naught, and yet craved more. That our progeny might someday flourish as we never could. Eventually, we ventured to the lands above, bearing flame and iron, toppling any who dared oppose our might. The world was ours for the taking.
I may?
until they curse not the illness, but their fellow corrupted.
Underestimate me!
This world is not the boundless paradise we were promised. Our population quickly outstripped the habitable lands, while seas we thought would shine forever blue ran dry. Spoiled in foraging, the tools in conquest, cramped homes turned to squalor, and then came the sickness, our undoing, and the final blessing this star has to offer. We're no longer the fools we once were. Wheresoever life goes, death will follow. Indeed, existence is but the most painful path onto nothingness, and the wise embrace their obliteration wholeheartedly.
Those who lived those who died decayed.
You're mine!
Fighter! If I may?
This will hurt.
Try and stop me! You're mine!
And the very last of them wished they had never been born at all. In a faraway place, a brilliant star eradicated disease. Before destroying the selfsame lives it had saved.
You underestimate me!
Its people sought ever greater freedoms no matter the cost.
The otherworldly beings should first grace us with their presence as a sign. Indeed, they understand that we, the global community, are possessed of the wisdom and compassion needed to guide this star back to the path of righteousness. Yet the freedom fighters dare to undermine us, inviting chaos to disrupt the order we labored so hard to build. They have forgotten the history of the star and its once myriad nations, the wars waged, the countless lives lost. They must be brought to heel, the world united under a single standard, no matter the cost.
tried to buy peace with fire and steel.
If I may?
We constructed the Peacekeeper, the pinnacle of engineering and technology. This mighty war machine was designed to rid us of the freedom fighters, as well as any other potential threats to the peace we have long pined for. Its artificial intelligence ensures that this singular function was carried out with cold and calculating precision. Indeed, the 10,000 Peacekeeper units we created have now routed every threat to peace, including us. All that remains is to stand and fight. Oh.
Allow me. Hold still. Hold still.
I'm so dumb. Oh my god.
How embarrassing.
Oh my god. Freedom through
and
technology.
when one asked, what is the point? there were none left to answer.
Oh my god. Looks like infrared.
Farther still existed a star without strife. Where none remembered life's trials or its joys.
Yep, delivered on golden rings. Oh shit.
This will hurt.
Long forgotten essence. Curious traveler visit our star, a bird which preferred these questions. What meaning does life hold? For what do you strive? I could find no satisfactory answers, only bittersweet memories of an age long past. There was a time when we were lesser, and in our nescience sought purpose, struggled to justify life's worth. That was, of course, before we achieved perfection. Now, condemned to our paradise, we understand the futility of existence. Like the fledglings we once were, the poor bird could not accept the truth. It asked us again and again, hoping perhaps our answer will change.
What its people had gained from ease, they lost to apathy. they created the kindest, most gentle of beasts.
Whoops. Oh well.
Its steps were light, and its gift was as painless as it was beautiful. Bathed in its golden glow, they all slept happily ever after.
You underestimate me!
Down. Oh wait. At least now we have an idea of what drives her. They attained paradise, and yet it provided their unmaking. A great dread nigh beyond description, yet hangeth near. I sure think how many more worlds she watched fall. Had her deep despair. Something. course, he's just standing there.
That you still stand. Your determination defies all reason. The souls within me writhe and recoil in your presence. What must I do? What pain must I visit upon you to make you surrender to despair?
No one is unbreakable. What pains one may weather may bring another to tears. But therein lies our strength. For when we fall, our brothers and sisters are there to raise us up, again and again, without end.
I see. But no matter how much hope exists, ever will there be more despair. Ever will the living cast the present and announce the future. So shall we sing until light ceases to be.
Seven hells!
On your guard.
The rage. It rises. Rises. We die in pain. We die in suffering. Who are you to live? Who are you to hope?
Hold on, my friends.
Oriange, watch out!
Alphino!
We cannot comprehend. We cannot know. We cannot know!
I'm loving this, by the way.
Don't, please! Don't do this to them! To yourself!
Just one good strike.
Stop! Please stop!
We will not suffer alone. All will know our pain.
No, you don't!
My man.
awash in ice, a frozen waste, forever silent.
What? Oh my god. No. Well, it's, to be fair, yeah, saving your friends, I suppose.
You gifted them escape and rendered yourself powerless. Bereft of the synergy you claim is your strength. Unless you need to call upon the dead once more. Defiant to the last, but you will be one with us ere long. You will be battered and torn and made to crawl. You will weep and wail and curse your impotence. Curse your life as it fades. As we did, as we died. Such pain and sorrow we felt. Such anguish and rage. We tried. We tried. Only when we surrendered did we find release. Only when we embraced death. So join us in despair and embrace yours. My ultimatum. What is happening?
Ziryu? Xenos? Please? Who?
At the end of everything, I find you, my friend. I sought something in you once, as you did in me. When at last I understood what it was, I journeyed to Sharlayan to seek you out. Struck a bargain with the woman who shares your gift. In exchange for lending the Scions my aid, I was given the means to come hither. Gorging upon what remained of the Mother Crystal, I reclaimed the form of the dragon. And, hungry still for our reunion, I rode the light of the stars to you. I take it this is your prey. But why does it still live? Surely it is no match for you.
I need some help.
I assumed you would be above something so banal as despair. Am I mistaken?
I don't want your help. If it comes to it, I won't save you.
I care not. What I desire of you isn't succor. It is satisfaction. So come! Let us dispense with this distraction, you and I!
You struggle in vain. You will not silence our song of oblivion.
Ow. Sabi hard up, sabi. That's just how you know it's gonna be a good fight. It's like let's go. Are we riding on him? Fuck yeah. Termination. Oh, what's up with this queue? It's crazy long. Let's fucking go. I'm so fucking ready. I'm up to fucking here. Let's fucking go. Oh, it's all the things. It's all the things. Let's go.
You will never reach it. Will never reach the deliverance you seek.
I thought that sword was an energy sword for a second. Holy shit.
Our hunt ends this day. There is nowhere you can flee that we cannot follow.
Even some must die.
The regen should get us, I'm pretty sure. Oh, okay, I see it. Oh fuck.
Your suffering is at an end. This is a kindness.
What? Oh my god.
All of us have known despair.
Straight line? Okay.
We have seen the end.
No.
The same end. Again and again.
my god.
A sorrow so deep only emptiness remains.
Oh, beam circles. Oh shit.
Tis so lonely between the stars. We have seen the end.
Oh my god. Oh.
The same end. Again and again.
I should have just waited.
This is a kindness. All of us have known despair. Even stars must die. Tis so have known despair. Even stars must die.
That doesn't.
'Tis so lonely between the stars. All of us have known despair. If there is no happiness in life, one place it may be found. Oblivion.
Nice.
Dynamis. No matter. You only delay the inevitable. This is fate. Your time has come. It always does. its defiance. No. The hatred, the pain, the loss. We cannot suffer it again.
We will stand against fate!
No matter the cost!
We've been here before. Many a time.
Thus do we know.
To never give up.
The hope will shine again!
What we saw. What I saw. It can only end in misery and desolation. No life, no star, nor the universe itself. None should hope for better. Was not the answer, then what is it? Where lies happiness?
Alright, let's fucking do this. What's up now?
No matter where we flew, there was only darkness and loneliness and pain. We couldn't find the answers Hermes yearned for. The answers he deserved. Greetings, you who are my final encounter. I wish to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts. May we please be friends? Yes, I can see them. The memories of a long, long journey. So many people. The thoughts of them overflowing in your heart. What they live for. What gives their lives meaning. There was never a single answer. You gather pieces of happiness, precious and fragile, only to lose them. Then start again. On and on it goes, until death takes you into its gentle embrace. That which Hermes sent us to find was there all this time, on Atheris. Like a field of flowers, perhaps. At first a single blossom. It spreads and takes on more colors. Thank you for guiding me here. To find these words at journey's end fills me with joy. And so, before I fall forever silent, there is one thing I must do. No expression of regret will undo what my sisters and I have done, or restore what we have stolen. But if you would allow it, I would sing one last song. A song of the newfound joy that swells in my heart. Of the beauty of light when it shines across a dark and starless sea. Of a dream that from the soil of worlds now lost to sorrow, life will spring forth once more, nourished by gentle rains and caressed by uplifting winds, a song of hope. One day, life will fill the universe again, and Hermes will see this and smile. How, I do not know. But I do know that where there is a will, there is a way. After all, miracles happen every day, do they not? I will create a path back to your ship, where your dear friends await. Hold in your heart your desire to return to them, then follow my lead and walk forth. That hope will surely guide you true.
What about Xenos?
You mean to return to the world where you are hailed as a hero. Hear me then. Not as a hero, but as simply you. As I learned in Alamigo, you are a formidable foe, stronger than any I have faced. Against you, I need bring my all to bear. I need burn through the candle of my life. This is the sole pleasure I know, and it is the sole pleasure I have to share. And so I come before you, to issue challenge and offer singular bliss. If you wish to walk away, I will not stop you. You value life. You do not burn yours save for reasons you deem worthy. Reasons such as those which brought you here. The salvation of a world and its people. The motives of a hero true. But there is more to you than that. You know this to be true. As surely as you know the thrill of pushing your body and soul to their limits. Of confronting ever mightier foes, dancing ever closer to the precipice, wondering if this will be the one to finally fill the void. Such pleasures you seek for their own sake, and no other reason. Is this not so, adventurer?
That I can't deny. Think what you will, but I'm not letting you leave this place. I've had enough of you. It ends here. We'll do the first one.
Ah! Ha! Acceptance! At long last! The conflagration of our clash will scorch even the stars!
Defeat Xenos. Okay. Sure.
nothing back. Push yourself to your limit and me to mine. Still fighting you, I see. Show me your vaunted fortitude.
No fucking way.
Soon you will know the full extent of my power. For the taking.
Oh my god.
Mine for the taking. Have I overestimated your potential?
Holy shit.
A test of your reflexes. A test of your reflexes.
Diamond dust. Oh. That's fine. Oh.
A test of your reflexes. Soul, how it burns.
That was it? Oh.
I know the inferno swelling within you. Come! Let all creation be consumed by our ravenous fervor! I have you!
Holy shit.
Do not tell me your life's fire is already spent. rise once more! It mustn't end yet!
What? Oh my god.
Mine for the taking! I have you! Of your reflexes! Show me your vaunted fortitude! For the taking! I have you! For the taking! Mine for the taking! I have you! No, not yet. Not until the last of me is spent. There! Now fall! This is my moment! Our moment!
Let's go. Let's fucking go!
That I should lose again. How disappointing. Never have I understood those around me. Understood their obsessions. Besieged by their banality, the world is a mire of tedium and trivialities. But in these fleeting moments, there is a spark. Blinding, brilliant. Gone too soon. What of you, my mirror? Born into this world, bestowed name, bid to seek out strife and adventure. Was this life a gift or a burden? Did you find fulfillment?
That fucker's not dead. I just know that guy's gonna come back.
Can you hear him? Safe. Must tend to... Open your... Please.
Someone, and...
Please.
You can't leave us! Not like this! If you do, I'll never forgive you! So come on! Open your eyes and get up!
Are you with us?
Oh, thank the heavens. For a moment we thought...
Am I really alive?
Yes, you're alive.
No. Oh.
You're alive. You... How can you keep your promise if you're not here?
Another fine show you've put on, my friend.
A fine show indeed. What were you thinking? Fighting alone? Never do that again. My poor heart couldn't bear it.
Put yourself in our place. If you hadn't returned, how do you think we would feel? And if that sounds harsh, it's because we care.
We tended to thy wounds as best we could. But how is the pain? That is gladdening. Grievous as thine injuries were, however, I would counsel repose for a time.
Gladdening! There's nothing gladdening about this. When Meteion appeared in here and told us that you were right behind her, we all got our hopes up. But you never came. And when you finally deigned to appear, you're within an ilm of your life. Damn you! Damn you for making us worry!
Oh, those were cries of celebration! Anyway, well, the important thing is that you're all alive and in reasonably good health, and we mean to get you back that way. As for your earlier request, I'm quite certain we're in range to make contact now.
Ah, excellent. Let us announce our return at once. I hope you're ready.
While you were unconscious, we set out from Ultima Thule, you see. Can you stand? If so, you may wish to see what's outside. We're home, my friend. We're home.
that? It is! It's the Ragnarok! They're back!
Thank heavens. Truly.
They've done it!
Welcome home. Yes!
Welcome home, everyone! Welcome home!
Holy shit. What a great way to, like, finish, I don't know. Finish so many things in the story, you know? Oh my god. Finally safe from like all the spoilers now, so I am so extremely happy right now.
No! What? Oh my god.
Dearest mother, dearest father, this letter will be the very last that I write to you from the rising stones. As I commit these words to parchment, I fondly recall my journey as a scion. From the time I first walked into the Order's former halls, to the time I set forth to forestall the final days. At the farthest reaches of the Sea of Stars, we fought the battle of our lives. Fought against despair itself, a veritable maelstrom of it fed by the resignation that dwelled in the hearts of beings not so unlike ourselves. Full oft have I harbored the same malaise. Have I been brought to my knees, crushed by the weight of sorrow and defeat, convinced that I will never rise again. However, I have also known many moments of unbridled joy and happiness. By this truth do I find hope within, blooming resplendent, like the Elpis flower. And thus do I endure. Do I look forward to creating more memories with my friends and loved ones. For from these fertile seeds, yet more hope shall spring forth. And they will grow to become shining lights that illuminate the dark. Thus believing, I leave the rising stones behind, as will my comrades. For, as we have decided, after careful deliberation, we are disbanding the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
There you are, Alphino. Everyone is already gathered in the foyer.
My apologies. I'll be right there. At least, that is what the story will be. Sorry to keep you all waiting.
What could you possibly have left to do now?
Oh, just a letter.
I imagine it will be a while before we can gather like this again.
So it must be, if we're to keep up appearances. From now on, it falls to the Grand Company of Eorzea and its allies to deal with the realm's crises.
Meanwhile, we shall return to our erstwhile ways.
Good for them.
Retreating from plain sight to take our place in the shadows once more.
Indeed. For the foreseeable future, I expect that we must work independently as we seek out problems that want for solving. But a day will come when we face another great challenge, and we will face it together, as we always have.
As much as I look forward to that day, I do hope it doesn't come anytime soon.
Well, formal association or no, if any of you should require my services, you need but ask. I'll be glad to keep my lance arm honed.
I'll hold you to that. So you had better keep your link pearl on hand.
So you really mean to stay, Tataru?
Oh, someone has to keep the Rising Stones in proper order. And even a super-secret organization requires a super-secret base of operations. To the rest of the world, it will be naught more than a workshop for Eorzea's foremost up-and-coming artisan. If you thought our coffers were full to bursting before, just wait till I can devote myself wholly to the crafts.
Plotting to build a mercantile empire to rival that of Lord Lodorito, are we?
I, for one, look forward to your future successes, Tataru. As do I our next meeting.
And with that, I believe it is past time you all made ready to depart. Leave no preparations undone or words unsaid, all right? Now,
feels a little strange now. Mealing Pearls has gone quiet. Since my unique skills are no longer needed for the safety of the star and all that, I'm gonna become an adventurer like you, traveling far and wide. I imagine I'll start by heading to Mercidia or the New World. Just need to find myself a ship first. Oh, Raxel, pray forgive me for delaying the gathering. I was writing a letter, you see, to my parents. As busy as father has been tending to the aftermath of the Exodus, he's been good enough to show concern for the Scions. Besides, I've made them worry enough for a lifetime. Henceforth, I will endeavor to write as often as I am able. A little effort to set their minds at ease while we continue to be away from Charlian. Both Alice and I are off to assist with Garlemald's recovery, you see. Though uncertainty remains over what will become of the nation, we cannot well leave the capital in its present state. We'll rejoin those members of the Ilsebard contingent still stationed there. Lucia and Maxima helmed the effort with support from our allies, the people of Garlemald among them. They will gradually be joined by those who finish treating the tempered across the land. Lest you misunderstand, we do not seek redemption for failing Lysenia and her sister. That is a burden we must always bear. Nay, we go because of the truth in Lord Quintus's words. The truth that whatever ideals individuals may espouse, nations are not moved to action unless they stand to benefit. For the foreseeable future, the falling empire will be at the mercy of both internal and external forces. And though I do not doubt the intentions of the contingent, with greater powers involved in the relief effort, our allies may well find themselves drawn into a political agenda. In going, we seek to ensure that the needs of the people come first, to understand their hearts, that we might better help them begin anew. You'd best write to me too. Write you letters. Of course, I would be glad to do so. But I would be gladder still were you to come and visit, and I believe I speak for Alice as well. For fairly as long as I've been near Rizzy, you've been at my side, watching over me, in good times and in bad. How many times have we gathered to share tidings? None could possibly count. The world is changing and will continue to do so, yet no matter what the future brings, I hope that I can ever look to you, in good times and in bad, as dependable comrades and dear friends both. Oh. Thank you, Raxel, from the bottom of my heart. So many people. So many. Arnvold has pressing matters, according to him anyway. A pity he couldn't be here to witness his momentous occasion, though he bids me tell you congratulations. As for me, well, once the signs disband, I intend to resume my work in Ralga's Reach. I suppose Arnvold will support in will need support in Guravania too, though he would not admit as much. Well, he will have my help whether he wants it or not. Oh, Raxel, how are you feeling? Any lingering aches or pains? I can't apologize enough for sending Xenos to find you in Ultima Thule. When he came to me in Charlian, I was truly torn. As ever, there was only one thing on his mind. Forced to make his decision, I reasoned that if he would not be deterred from seeking you out, he might at least aid us in our cause, and so I struck a bargain. In the end, he was true to his word, and you defeated him despite your earlier exertions. But knowing the state you were found in, it could have ended very differently. My decision almost cost you your life, and no words could express the remorse I feel. I won't lie, I thought that was it for me. It worked out, you did the right thing. It is a relief to hear you say that. Thank you. Time and time again, I've been made to feel woefully inadequate. I wasn't much use in battle, nor could I face the form without my nerves getting the better of me. It always fell to you and the others. I must and will do better. And I shall begin with the restoration of the students of Baldessian. Through our work, Charlian will strengthen its ties with other nations, that we may be better prepared to face whatever threats arise in the future. Of course, this isn't something I can accomplish alone, but thankfully I have the staunchest of help in Raha and Ojika, and our other remaining members. Together, we'll continue Grandfather's work. As before, certain commissions will take us to dangerous locales, and we may need to call upon seasoned adventurers. In such times, might you be willing to assist us? Not because you feel obliged, mind you, but because you feel alert for the task itself. Hell yeah. Marvelous. Should something of interest arise, I shan't hesitate to reach out to you. Until that day, I shall endeavor to become a more dependable comrade. You were but an amateur adventurer when we first met, but look at you now. You've grown into quite a fine young lass, just as I always knew you would. One might say I ought to settle down in my old age, but seeing you now has set my adventurous spirit ablaze once more. But the first journey I set out upon will be a long-awaited hot springs tour with my dear friend. Oh my. There has been naught but chaos since the Telefra first appeared. Towers, lunar primals, the Empire, the final days. Yet we have weathered it all. We have weathered it all and lived to see the sun rise on a new day. And now that peace is returned, I can finally resume my travels with my grandfather. Perhaps we will go to first go to Kugane to relax in the Bokusan hot springs. That might be nice. Of course, my journey will not simply be for pleasure. I will collect information on the territories I travel. Perhaps I shall visit Nangsha via Doma. Raxel, seen to your preparations, have you? I'm just making another sweep of my belongings, when due to find I've forgotten something halfway to my destination. In case you hadn't heard, we received new reports detailing devastation caused by the final days. It appears the situation is gravest in the land surrounding the Bounty, where the sky first began to burn. After that, the calamity was observed in the far north, in Garlemald, and the frozen lands beyond. We also had reports of the heavens catching fire in isolated locations. One, which was an area in the northern empty. Had our quest taken any longer, Charlene too may have come under threat. Thank goodness it's over now. To be sure, blasphemies, lesser beasts may still be roaming around, but these localized crises should be well within the capacities of each nation to handle on their own. Signs are no longer needed. Which isn't to say that we won't help out where we can, of course, as individuals. No more of this order business. For my part, I'll be heading to Garlemald with Alphanod. They were among the worst affected, and still need all the help they can get. It won't be easy. An inevitability part of aiding those in need is coming face to face with tragedy. Knowing it doesn't make it any easier though, that I'll curse my weaknesses, my inability to fix every problem and save every last soul. But no matter how much it hurts, I won't give up. I'll do what I can for as many people as I can, begrudging no effort. And should I find myself discouraged, I'll remember you. Think back fondly to one of your many moments of triumph and the accompanying determined expressions. Even those that still know me in retrospect, like when you activated the teleporter without warning. And should you hear about me, I want you to remember too. Remember that I'm out there somewhere, trying my very best. I look forward to hearing all about the legendary Alice A. Levier. Think you can keep up with me? Not that I'm trying to become famous or anything. That being said, the next time we meet, I'll be vastly improved, so don't be surprised when you find yourself marveling at me. Oh. Raxel, thou hast spoken with our comrades. Though this parting be not forevermore, 'tis nonetheless occasion for sorrow. Akin to a pixie's path, the navigation of such farewells is perilous endeavor indeed. For their part, however, the Loporrits embark upon a new beginning. Though bereft of its purpose as a vessel, the moon yet remaineth hospital for the creatures of Aetheris. Thus do our lunar visitors convene with the forum, intent upon assigning some new and beneficial role to our solitary satellite. Yet ere that may come to pass, there is much and more party must learn of the other, a process which doth promise to be eventful indeed. To that end, I cater of Loporrits have gleefully dispersed across our lands in the name of mutual understanding. Hydaelyn, 'tis said, did imbue them with her love for all things born of this star, and 'tis Vana owns nature, I believe, which doth manifest in this irrepressible, inexhaustible curiosity of theirs. Having witnessed that which they strove to achieve, I wish most keenly for their long labors to be rewarded, that their abiding affections for man result in a boon for all. Moreover, I hope to continue our acquaintance and share in such knowledge as they see to fit to impart. Acquaintance, I'd call it friendship. You're the first to truly understand them. Yeah, friendship. I do not wish to presume. I would be honored should they consider me a friend, for 'tis certainly true that I have grown fond of their company. But I shall digress no further. This day should belong to the signs of the seventh dawn, to mine incomparable companions. Oft times hath mine reticence caused thee grief, and mine actions spurred allies to suspect betrayal. And yet, here amongst you I still stand. No amount of words could express my gratitude for thine acceptance and forgiveness. Thus, instead, I do prefer my humble support, be it unto the deepest abyss or the highest heaven, even if I must needs founder across streamy seas, ever shall I answer thy summons. Yeah, I'm getting a bit sleepy. I'm just gonna... You're still low, of course. Oh, are we saying our farewells too? I hadn't at present planned on a journey of any great length. Not that I am averse to a moment or two of quiet reminisce. In fact, there was something I'd been meaning to ask you, something that has been in my thoughts since the last flames of the final days subsided. During our travels, we have witnessed more than a lifetime's worth of oddities and spectacles. More can be easily recalled or remembered. And nestled amongst those memories are certain facts, the history of Aetheris and the ancients, glimpse of the Ea, of their culture and philosophy. Rather than simply hoard such treasures in my mind, I wonder if I should not be disseminating them in formal records for wider consumption. When needed, I have penned reports and prepared briefings, but ever have I balked at the idea of binding the subject of my studies in a book or tablet. Truth is a given shape and interpretation. When we seek to capture it with our words, it is invariably molded to fit a narrative. No matter how well intention the rendering. An event is described as sad, a summation which fails to express the emotional complexity. Yet the word on the page is what endures. A pale shadow of reality. Throughout history, some have deliberately embellished the truth, but I believe many, if not most, deviations are the result of similar linguistic shortcomings, piling one upon the other until the end result is unrecognizable from its origins. Which is why I fear that writing an account in my own words will be akin to diluting fine wine with water. Yet even with the potential for corrupted meaning, I do of course realize the importance of keeping written records. Without them, my search for wisdom would be painfully affair indeed. But what say you on the matter? Should I take up the quill, reflect upon those experiences only we have shared, and seek preserve them for posterity? I let them be read and remembered. Nay, it's enough to hold them in your memories. Well, go ahead and write, I suppose. Very well then, I shall endeavor to pen what I can of the Ea and the ancients and so many other wonders. But I am no scribe. It will be a less polished work and more reordering of scattered notes. In any case, I feel much better for having sought your opinion. Left our own devices, we tend to overthinking such things. I will otherwise return to following where my curiosity leads. After all, a safe method to travel to the first yet eludes me, and our venture into the great expanse has prompted an entirely new set of questions. Should you stumble into the unknown and struggle in some impenetrable mystery, know that I am at your beck and call. It never hurts to see things from a different perspective, and mine is rather different than most. If you have something to say, then out with it. Just worried how you'll earn your keep now. Just wondering how I'll earn my keep now. You talk as if the sign's disillusion was more than mere pretense. There may be fewer calls to action, but we should be compensated as before. Why are you so concerned for me anyway? In any case, I do not want for options, even if some are worse than others. No sooner did Emmerich hear about our disbandment that he offered me a position as a guardsman in the Imperium District. As a former Azure Dragoon, I'm guaranteed to be popular, he said. Who does he take me for? Even without his meddling, I'm perfectly capable of finding employment, and have. Huh? Some days ago, a Hainish envoy arrived with word from Vitra. The worm requested my presence as soon as things have settled here. He didn't deign to mention why I'm needed, but it pertains to dragons, like as not. In Thavanir, like elsewhere, the phenomenon caused the final days abated when you defeated Meteon. though it was too late for those who had already transformed, life is beginning to return to normal for the survivors. Of those who sought refuge in Charlian, most have already returned home, but many do not have homes to return to, nor loved ones. By an arrangement between Vitra and the Forum, such souls may remain in Charlian if they wish, to work and study. Vitra was always the satrap in truth. It's gratifying to see him become one in name as well. One who has complete confidence of his people, if the envoy's tone was any indication. I often find myself speaking favorably of dragons of late. Not so long, I would have assumed his benevolence hid ulterior motives, but 'tis clear he cares for his people, and they in turn revere him. To know such a nation may flourish is comforting. Vitra's kin sought release from conflict, so weary were they of the suffering it brought, they surrendered to oblivion. But Midgardsormr didn't give in hopes. He made the journey to distant Aetheris with his clutch of eggs. And though his progeny went on to be embroiled in conflict with men, there were times when they transcended hatred to abide in harmony. That is the legacy of their and their triumph. My lance, I feel the weight of their struggles and the strength of their resolve, and it lends me strength. These things I might never have learned had I not joined you. Should you ever have need of me, I will come. At the very least, it might be an opportunity to earn coin. Oh, Flamine. Salvation of Minfilia dreamed for Eorzea comes closer to reality with every step the Scions take. Yes, the realm may still be in throes of change, but it is improving. I see it happening day by day, and I sit here praying that whatever new road you walk will bring you the wonder and joy you deserve. Should you need a rest in between your journeys, do come and join me on the terrace for old time's sake. Oh. Our champion and savior. I was beginning to think my chance for an audience would never come. Ahem. That sounded more amusing in my head. Speaking of heads, I was worried about yours, and the rest of you, for the matter. On the mend, I trust. Glad to hear it. You were in a bad way, and healing magics or no, I'm impressed by how swiftly you recovered. Then again, 'tis hardly the first time you've cheated death. Your strength of will has never failed to astonish me. Look at what you've accomplished. Median defeated, her song of oblivion cut short, the source and all her reflections delivered from the final days. If you hadn't faltered in the last, then all hope would have been lost, but you held fast. Now Reen has a tomorrow to look forward to, and I could ask for no greater gift than that. As for a lesser gift, however, the next time you see her, I would appreciate you not describing my travel plans of Euronje as aimless wandering. We have a purpose in roaming, after all, keeping an eye on things in the absence of the Scions on the world stage. There will never be an end to the little problems that go unattended by nations. We will do our best to help out where and when we can, which I suppose is an approach not far removed from aimlessly wandering when you get down to it. Perhaps you could tell her I'm faring well, and leave it to that. No need to mention this feeling of being uprooted. I've never been one to stand still for long, but when I think of home, 'tis the rising stones which come to mind. How many times have we set forth from this base, thence return when our work was done? On the day the Scions came together, I only hoped for Minfilia to find a place where she belonged, but never did I expect to find one here for myself. Indulge me, Raxel. I have a question for you, and I imagine Minfilia herself is asking. Are you glad you joined the Scions? Best decision I've ever made. There's never been a dull moment, that's for certain. I can honestly say the same. But all good things must come to an end, at least for a time. Should you need a helping hand in infiltration or reconnaissance, you know who to ask. I'll come running, and you'll likely get a certain funny talking fortune teller into the bargain. Alright. The main person himself. Oh, Raxel, may you have a moment to talk? With the Scions stepping away from the public eye, I've been left to consider what new endeavors I might pursue. After speaking with Kra, I've decided I will be assisting her in rebuilding the students of Baldessian. Not only am I indebted to Master Golif for giving me a new home, but had our order never existed, I would have never set foot within the Crystal Tower. How differently my life might have been. I would have never met you, never become the caretaker of the tower, never become a Scion. You gave me the chance to do so much good, and I hope to continue to do so with the students. For an added benefit, new mysteries often find their way to our doorsteps. Mysteries that could prove ideal for fulfilling our promise to embark on a new adventure together, unlike any we've experienced before. Whenever you have time and inclination, my friend, I stand ready to accompany you onto the unknown. Do you recall the realm? Do you recall in the realm of the Omicrons when I asked if you thought I may someday be mentioned in your epic? Well, 'tis true that to earn a place at your side would be the stuff of dreams. In the end, nothing would give me greater joy than to stand with you in the here and now. What? What? It needn't be some grand endeavor. There needn't be a promise. Whenever adventure calls, I won't hesitate to invite you, and I hope that you will do the same for me. Without a second thought, as long as you don't overexert yourself. I know. I can hear, I can all but hear Lena and Beck look voices each time you remind me. As much as we have already seen, there's still so much we haven't. Who knows, perhaps we will even encounter survivors of Omicrons somewhere out there. After all, given how they took to the stars, it isn't implausible that some found themselves far from home. Should we encounter a wayward traveler awaiting commands that will never come, I would bid them seek adventure with someone, and with that partner find a new purpose, a new dream. Or if crystals can hold fast to dreams, why not Omicrons? Wherever your plans may lead, do not hesitate to send word. And should a commission of interest come my way, you'll be the first to know. Let's freaking go. Spoken your fill, have you? If so, I'm thinking to send everyone off. With your permission, then. Your attention, please. At risk of spoiling the mood, the time of departure is upon us. In my capacity as a receptionist, I bid you all safe journeys. Till next we meet. Be well. Let's freaking go! What did I get? I completely forgot.
I suppose we're off to Garlemald then. Though we ought to speak with Lord Emmerich first. If he's received word of any recent developments, we need to know.
'Twould be prudent to purchase some warmer clothes at least. Mayhap we can pick up a few souvenirs for Euless and the others while we're at it.
Where will you all be heading next?
Dravania. There is a book I've been meaning to borrow from the Great Google Library. And I can think of at least one person who will be most displeased should I fail to visit before leaving.
We've no particular destination in mind, but we do intend to stop in Sharlayan before we set off.
We had thought to ask after the Loporrits. I am curious as to how well those who chose to remain are adapting to their changed circumstances.
Might we accompany you then? Raha and I were planning to return to the Baldessian Annex.
Commissions have been piling up in our absence, and they must be dealt with ere we begin our work in earnest.
Estinian, you will return to Rads at Han, will you not?
Aye. For Vritra's benefit, though I've yet to hear the details. I may not stay long.
I see. Then it is here the Scions at last part ways, each to some far-flung corner of the realm.
Perhaps. But I believe one of our number, a rather important one at that, has yet to divulge her plans.
Quite right.
Indeed.
Fair point.
So, what's next for our humble adventurer?
The constancy of this place never ceases to amaze me. An ocean of souls, shimmering and eternal. And yet, something stirs. Yes. Steeped in darkness, deep as starless night, the beast hungers. Alas, I dare not investigate in earnest before the coming of my guiding star, as she foretold. We shall descend to the depths, you and I, to confront the dread beast Pandemonium. Oh, the sights we shall see. The sights we shall see.
Holy shit.
Alright.
That was quite the journey. I don't know if I'll do this again. This is very long. But I just wanted to have my reaction somewhere, you know, just to have it. But damn, that was long. Okay. Till next time. Or not. Or actually, yeah, next time. Starlight Celebration. I'll see you then. I will see you then. That was so